Today I'm joined with James.
How you doing? You okay?
Not too bad, thank you for asking. So we are going to be talking about Checkatrade memberships. Obviously, we've got a few different businesses that have used it in the past. What's your thoughts, first of all?
It's quite a broad question, and I think initially my answer would be yes, it is worth it for a lot of industries. I
Mm.
think that it can be good value for money. I have heard a lot of horror stories where people have been spending quite a lot and not generating any leads or very few leads, or it has been shared between a dozen different companies. So I have heard mixed signals, but I'm kind of one of them kind of people as a business owner that would say, if if let's say I've never done roofing before for Checkatrade, I would want to try it out to see what type of leads are going to come through, are the quality, am I getting a return on investment?
Yeah.
So that is my initial answer is yes, it can be worth it.
Mhm.
Is it going to get you your best return on investment? I would say definitely not. So I'm gonna flip the question back to you and say, how do you think Checkatrade compares against using other lead generation companies?
So obviously, you kind of dabbled on this with Checkatrade. You don't exclusively own that lead. So, for example, if I'm a solar panel business and you're a solar panel business, we might be getting the same lead. So it's kind of like a fight to the bottom of that case. Now, is that obviously a bad thing? Maybe not, because if you're not doing your own marketing, then again, like at least you're getting some form of actual inquiry. But what are some actual alternatives to Checkatrade? So obviously you've got hiring your own marketing team internally. Now that's probably going to be the probably the best setup unless you think otherwise, because it's happening within your actual website. So your website's ranking for more keywords in terms of SEO and Google and stuff like that. Or potentially they might be doing PPC. And again, it's within your actual ad campaign, so you know exactly which keywords are working for you. You can double down on certain keywords, and you can potentially cut spend on other keywords and start to build a negative keyword list. So that's obviously going to be my go-to strategy, having your own actual marketing team. But I do understand that not every business actually can afford hiring an SEO expert or a PPC expert full time, and you might need a web developer, and you might need a CRO guy, ads person, right? It's going to cost a lot. But again, dream scenario, that's probably my go-to. You've obviously got the likes of FatRank. Now, with FatRank, you can actually they will generate you the leads. They won't charge you at all until you actually convert and actually close, and the money's actually for that job has actually hit your bank account. That's the only time they will actually charge you. So it's literally no risk supply of inquiries. There's obviously some caveats to that. Like, for example, if you're just a startup, probably not going to work with you. You need some form of brand reputation online. So just have that in mind. There's obviously other scenarios as well. So you could hire a PPC or SEO agency to actually do the work for you. They're probably going to charge you like a 2-3 grand a month retainer, depending on how much work's actually involved. And that again is another way that you can actually move forward. There's other things as well, like other premium listings that you can get. So like Bark, for example, Checkatrade, Builder, Yellow Pages Premium as well. But again, every single one of these scenarios that I've just mentioned, you're going to want to track to see what's actually working and what's not. Even if you were to go and hire your own in-house marketing team, you need to go and set up those KPIs. It's all fine and well going and hiring a web developer, a graphic designer and stuff like that, but how much money are those people actually generating your business?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you've touched on a lot of things there with regards to the in-house marketing team. That would be the holy grail of any successful business, generating your own in-house leads. It can be costly. It can cost you a lot of money, and if not done correctly with the right business mentor or the right SEO team or the right PPC team, can cost you a lot of money. But yes, if done correctly, that would be the holy grail. That's would be where I would want to be as a builder, a plumber, an electrician, a roofer, to have that in-house team, knowing exactly what keywords convert, doing my consistent, doing my testimonials and my case studies. Um, but yeah, I mean, for me, you touched on it at the end. Business owners need to look at one thing, and that's ROI and what return on investment that they're getting and tracking the KPIs. So with regards to Checkatrade, yes, it could work in your industry. It might not work in your industry. But so what you should be doing is maybe tracking it, seeing it, maybe trying it for 3 months, trying Yell.com premium listing, trying, like you said, FatRank.com, trying even other lead generation companies. If you can't have your own in-house team, look to hire an SEO specialist or an SEO agency and a PPC agency. Holistically try and do everything and see initially what's going to get you your best bang for your buck. And then
Yeah.
once you understand that if it is PPC and let's say FatRank for lead generation, then double down on them two, and then
Hmm.
make certain that they're your two go-to. If further down the line, FatRank will speak to you and they will be asking you certain questions like, you need to improve your branding online. So at that point, you might need to spend a little bit to have an in-house SEO person who's going to be doing those case studies, those testimonials, improving the look of your own website, because conversion of, like, FatRank can generate you 10, 20, 50 leads, even 100 leads a day in certain industries. But if they don't look good online, that can affect their conversion rate.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I would try all areas. I think the FatRank.com scenario is, like you said, it's a no risk supply of inquiries. Fill in the form down at FatRank.com, and what they'll be able to do is vet to see whether you qualify. Not everyone does qualify, but if you don't, they could kind of give you certain tips and tricks with regards to, is Checkatrade better than Bark in your niche? Because I would say Bark's better than Checkatrade in the finance sector, like mortgage brokers. But then I would turn around and say that, let's say you're in the plumbing sector, I would say that Checkatrade's better than Bark, for example. So there's
Yeah.
different niches and different industries where Checkatrade might work well, and there's others where I'd say you can get better bang for your buck. So that's generally my overview of whether Checkatrade is worth it.
Let me give you a hypothetical scenario and then we'll end the video. So let's say you are a roofing business in Manchester. You've maybe got a couple vans on the road and you know that you need to spend money in market and you've got £3,000 a month. What's your go-to strategy?
So my go-to strategy would be initially, and I'm absolutely biased in saying go to fatrank.com, but I would say go there initially, because you don't pay anything up front, so you've still got your £3,000 a month. I would then try to touch on what I genuinely think is my best converting keywords, and I'd spend a very low budget on PPC, even just to collect the data of what's going on. And then if when you after you've spoken to FatRank, if they've come back and said you look very weak in certain areas, like you don't have enough case studies, you need some more testimonials on, let's say, like your Google business profile, then, or TripAdvisor if you've got a TripAdvisor and those type of platforms, then go and start ticking those boxes off, because even if you're generating your own leads, you want to make certain that you're converting them and that you look good online from a reputation management point of view. So my initial bit would be outreach to fatrank.com, get the information back. It's a free, basically, it's a free audit of how you look online. Now, whether you agree or disagree, getting that information back and having that shopping list of things where you say, okay, I'm going to tick this, this, and this off. That's kind of where I would be going to. I would assign a small budget as well, like you said, from an SEO standpoint, but you've got fast money and slow money, generally speaking, is SEO.
Hmm.
So I'm trying to spend some on SEO initially to building out some blogs, trying to get a few backlinks through to the website to power it up, but understanding that that money on SEO would be a long-term play. You're not going to get anything back for maybe 6 months on the SEO investment. But yeah, that's kind of what I would do in comparison to Checkatrade.
Yeah. So that's been our video on, is Checkatrade membership worth it? If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them down below. And if you guys want to inquire with FatRank, click the link down below or head over to fatrank.com. Thanks for watching.